Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Lo-Fi Yoga, where sometimes we have exactly the things that we feel we lack. Let's take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4. So last week I read a little bit from The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and I'm still, collecting little bits and pieces from the book, especially the parts where each character believes that they lack something, and then they, within the next breath, exhibit the exact quality that they feel they don't have. Like the Tin Man is the kindest, most gentle person around. The Scarecrow is actually really smart and saves them more than once. And the same thing with the lion. Like, he thought he was a coward, but he was actually very brave. So let's take into account our own selves and where we feel we don't have certain qualities, and maybe we actually do, and we've had them all along. So we're going to begin with a spinal twist. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms up, exhale, turn to the right, bring that left arm to the knee, right arm behind you, and then repeat that to the left side. And as always, inhale for length, exhale to get into that twist, to really rinse out the back. And from here, we're going to take a nice butterfly fold. So bring the soles of the feet together. You can bounce the knees a little bit, sort of open up the hips, and then hinge forward at the waist. Bring the forehead as close as you can to the mat or your feet, or you can even place a block under your head. Whatever feels good. We're just going to bring the feet out hip distance, a little bit past that, and then windshield wiper the knees. Side to side. You can move as fast or as slow as you want. Make those moves. Now we're going to come into tabletop. And we're going to take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the gaze. Exhale to round up like a cat. It's Halloween season, so get into the spirit. Now we're going to open up the hips a little more, take some circles with the knee, just around and back. Take those circles in both directions, and then repeat on the other side. Follow your breath. Exhale as you bring your knee to your chest. Inhale as you bring it out to the back. we're going to take a moment, bring the knees out wide, come into a nice child's pose. And if you're not comfortable with your knees wide, you can keep them together. It's up to you. This is your practice today. On your next inhale, go ahead and rise on up, and then we're going to step back with that right foot and press through the heel to get a nice calf stretch. And then we're going to step that right foot out to the side and press back into our hips. From here, we're going to thread our needle. So we're going to bring the left arm up and bring it across the body underneath. Option to go for a half bind and bring the right arm to the left hip, but that's up to you. Again, this is your practice today. You also have the option to lift the foot, again if you're looking for a challenge. If not, keep the foot on the ground. Do you, boom. We're going to keep our feet exactly where they are and just come on up to that left knee. Arms up overhead, nice and tall. And we're going to stretch right over that extended leg. And then we're going to reverse to the other side. Right arm up, keep the shoulders stacked. We're going to come back to center, take a little wiggle break, and then repeat that on the other side, which means stepping back with the left foot, pressing through the calf, pressing through the heel to stretch the calf, and then stepping the left foot out to the side. And of course, you have to get rid of all the spiders and other insects crawling across the mat so you don't get bitten, but that's if you're outside like me. From that stretch, you're going to bring the right arm up overhead, thread it across the body. Take a few rounds of that, and then go ahead and lower all the way down onto the shoulder. And same options for this side. You can half bind, bringing the left arm to the right hip, and you also have the option to lift the left foot. Rise on up, nice and tall, and then bend over the extended leg, and then the opposite way. Take your time, follow your breath. Always inhale for length, and exhale as you fold, or twist, or reach. Another short wiggle break, and then we're going to come into plank. course, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift the chest for a cobra or up dog if you want to go all the way. And then press back into downward facing dog. And take whatever movements you need in that downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Shake your head, shake your hips, whatever feels good. Inhale, lift that right leg for a three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hips. You can take some circles here if you want. Just create some space. We're going to inhale and return back to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee to your nose. Inhale, return to three-legged. Exhale, bring the knee to the opposite elbow. Back to three-legged dog. And then one last time, we're going to bring that to the same elbow and then drop down for a pigeon. Make sure you're sitting squarely on your hips, evenly between the two, before you take your fold. And of course, you don't have to go all the way forehead to the mat. You can stay up on your forearms or exactly the way you are. Whatever feels good. This is your choice. Inhale, lift the gaze, bring the shoulders, bring the hands below the shoulders, lift. We're going to come into a low lunge with the feet between the hands. And when you're ready, staple, rise up into a high lunge. Arms up overhead, nice and tall, tuck the tailbone. And we're just going to take a few back bends if you want. If not, stay in high lunge, arms straight up. Your choice. It's your choice all day, guys. I'm going to bring the right arm back, left arm forward. And then we're going to bring that right arm anywhere along our left leg. And then reverse. On your next inhale, rise back up. And we're going to tip forward, hands to the mat. And we're going to do a reverse low lunge or a revolved high lunge. Half bind is optional. You can keep your arms straight up. You can also reach forward. From here, we're going to make our way to a sturdy warrior two. So bring those arms up, spin that back foot parallel to the mat, drop the shoulders, gaze over the right fingertips. Peaceful warrior, our side angle. You guys know the drill. Follow your breath. Inhale back, exhale forward. The next time we come into warrior, we're going to straighten that front leg and come into a triangle. Shift the hips, tippy tip, stack the shoulders, bring the gaze up, or you can stay looking down if your balance is wobbly. Make a few circles, or just hang out. These are all options. It's all options all day, guys. Back to warrior two. Take that vinyasa if you want it. If not, meet us in downward facing dog. Take child's pose. Do whatever you want. As long as you're in downward facing dog when we're in downward facing dog. I don't care. This is all you, boo. Now guess what happens? We do all of that same stuff on the left side. So we're going to inhale, left leg up for three-legged, bend the knee, stack the hips, take them circles. Inhale back to three-legged dog, and then you're going to exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to the opposite elbow, back up. Exhale last time, same elbow, drop it down for a little pigeon. Same options on this side. You can stay up on your hands, come down to your forearms, or lower your forehead all the way to the mat or to a block. Whatever feels good. As my grandmother always said, pick your choice. Do your thing. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift up, and we're going to come into a nice low lunge and then turn that into a high lunge when we're stable and sturdy. Arms up overhead. Once again, take a back bend or don't. You can leave the back bend. It's totally up to you. Twist those arms, right arm back, left arm up. Reach for the back heel. Lift the gaze, lift the chest. Back to center, and then tippy tip. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior as you inhale, exhale for side angle. Follow your breath, take your time, move at your pace. We're going for triangle. Straighten that front leg, shift the hips back, and pour yourself over. Stack the shoulders, lift the gaze up to the right arm. Make some circles or stay where you are. A block is really good under that left hand if you can't quite reach the floor or if you don't feel supported on the shin. Do what you need to do. Bringing the hands to the mat, stepping it back, getting rid of bugs, and then taking a vinyasa. Or skipping the vinyasa and going for child's pose. Or just going straight to downward facing dog if you're one of those people who thinks that downward facing dog is actually a resting pose. I'm not, but do you. Inhale, right leg up, we're bending, and then we're going to flip into a wild leg. If you don't want to, you don't have to, you can just, again, go back to three-legged dog, stay there, make some circles with the knee. We're going to return three-legged, and we're going to drop and make some moves. Stretch out that lower back and the hips, and then we're going to do it again on the left side. So we're going to inhale that left leg up, bend that knee, and then flip if we're flipping. If we're not, hang out. That was very ungraceful, but it happened. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful wild thing. When you're back in downward facing dog, we're going to come forward, drop those knees, take another child's pose. Knees wide or together, your choice. Also the option to tent the fingers if you want a little more stretch in the shoulders. This is for you. To get into the shoulders a little more, we're going to thread the needle again. So right arm up overhead and then across the body. Drop that right ear, right shoulder, and press into the left hand. You can even go for a half bind if you really want it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. These are all suggestions. Of course, come on out of it. Reverse the stretch, and then bring it on the other side. Left arm up, and then under. And of course, I'm just constantly getting rid of all kinds of bugs on my mat, but that's what outside is. There's bugs. We're fine. For Savasana, you can stay in child's pose if you're comfortable there. You know, bring a blanket, whatever. Or you can sit or lie on your back. We're just going to hang out here and ruminate, meditate, sit with our thoughts, try to center ourselves, and not get distracted by all the bugs on the mat. As I said in the beginning of the video, I was doing a read-through of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and it struck me that all of the characters keep repeating what they aren't, in spite of the fact that they are proving the exact opposite. I myself tend to do that, and I bet you, as a person, also do the same. There's probably something that you say, oh, I'm not good at this, or I'm not that kind of person, and other people would look at you like you were crazy if they heard you say it, because it's wrong. So let's sit with our thoughts for a moment and try to break through any barriers we have around the things that we think of ourselves. Bringing to mind the quote from Milne, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." As we reach the end of our practice today, I just wanted to say to everyone who's watching, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love making these videos now. It's weird. I have like a love-hate relationship with the process. Like I love recording the yoga portion and not so much the audio part. I'm still working on my throat chakra and getting over that feeling of who am I to tell someone what to do when it comes to yoga, but other people do it all the time, and if I can share my piece and my practice with someone, and I'm happy to do it. Also, the Remy Wolf song that I'm thoroughly enjoying here is called Woo, and it's like the Porches remix. The original's just as good, but the Porches is hitting on something different today, as you can see. Very much enjoying it. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and be well.